Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and what is going on with this guy? So his eyes move back and forth one at a time, and apparently his nose mustache sparkles here. A little bit interesting. It is 674. It is a puzzle game that unfortunately doesn't hit the mark for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't do enough for it to stand out in my mind. And the thing is that while it has some good concepts, it's almost too easy. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here by playing some of the levels that I've already played at this point. Let's play with level 10. First of all, you'll notice that the graphics are a little bit terrifying at times, but, you know, some games like this, you know, you don't need the greatest of graphics. Sometimes we'll put a little bit too much emphasis on graphics. It's about the gameplay in terms of what, you know, really brings it to the game. Now, you'll also notice that they spelled artifact wrong. Okay, that's great. So, the idea here is to complete the level, get through all the level's obstacles while collecting all the treasure. And so, basically you click on things until you're able to get to the exit. So the idea here is that this is the exit. I will need a key in order to get to the exit, and I may have to hit switches in order to do that. I can do that by these tiles. And so if I go on this tile, for example, I can move left and right, back and forth. Now some tiles are only a one-time use, and keep that in mind. So like this tile, I can just use just fine. And so I'm going to activate the switch to open up those portions. Now, I already got the treasure in this portion, so there is no lamp, unlike what it says there. Let's move back down. Let's move back. Oh, nope. That's not what I wanted. Move back forward. Get the treasure here. Now, let's take a look. What is my next best option? Well, I know I got to go down there, and I got to get the key, and I want to get this treasure here. So the question is, how is the best way of doing that? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to move him over there, up, and is that how I wanted to do things? Yes, it was. So I'll move that up, move that over. Okay, I can get this treasure now. Excellent. I'll move this guy out of the way. Now, I have to be able to get down there at this point. I only have this guy to move back and forth with. So the question is, how do I do that to the best of my ability at this point? I need that key. So, well, hold on. Let's move him down, that over, and there we go. So I'll get that key, get the treasure, open up that lock, and there you go. Simple enough. Now, each level you finish off with the number of coins, jewels, treasures, a time bonus, a gold bonus, and a perfect bonus. Perfect being that you got everything. Now, there is one thing missing here, in my opinion, because the number of moves, in terms of the number of tiles you moved and the number of times you moved, can make a difference. Now, you can argue that can go into time. Well, not necessarily. You can still be fast and still take a minute to think about things and then do it again. I do think there should be a number of moves here in order to really get, you know, those people who really are thinking things out. So let's do the next level here. Is it going to go automatically next level? Yes, it is. Good. All right. So the problem with the Jaques Roque is its puzzles itself. Now, take a look here. So basically, I gotta get these guys out to me. Okay, well that seems simple enough, right? Alright, let's take a look. Well, first one, I definitely can just do this. And then this. And I got both of them out. I don't think I can get that third one out at this point. So, but I won't need it. See, once you have two of these, multi-use ones, you're pretty set. And that's the problem with Jaques Roque, is that the puzzles at this point haven't really challenged me. I mean, sure, it made me think for a second, but in the end, the solution wasn't that hard. And for people who are looking for a casual puzzle experience, I suppose it'll work for you, but honestly, it just doesn't do enough for me, given all the puzzle games that I've played. Like here, for example. I mean, I'm not really even thinking about things that I know exactly what to do. Simple enough. So that's part of the big problem with Jaques Roque, is the fact that the puzzles are a little bit too easy. Now, you can screw up. Let's take a look here, and I will purposely screw up just for the sake of this portion of it. Let's do... Well, why am I getting all the gold in that case? So let's just do this. Okay, didn't really screw up there. But there I screwed up. So the thing with screwing up in this game is that what would be nice is that, okay, I can't do anything at this point. Literally, I'm sort of stuck. I can do this. I can move over here. I can move myself over there, but that's it. And that's pretty much done. So in order to restart, you actually have to go in the menus. And really, that to me is a problem. The fact is I should be able to restart via keybind. Because, I mean, if you get into that situation, you want to restart right away. You don't want to have to go into another menu in order to do it. And that's, again, this game shows signs that it was a sort of a mobile game. And the thing is that I took a look, and it doesn't seem like it had a mobile port of any sort. And the weird thing is that it doesn't use the keyboard at all, which is, again, weird. It doesn't use the... keyboard at all, and everything's via the touch, a touch interface. So I don't have to do anything really special. It's a drag motion more than anything else. No right click, nor anything like that. This game seems like it was designed for a mobile platform, and it really does make sense for it to be defined as a mobile platform. It's simple enough that it would make sense in that platform. I don't know why it isn't. Now, here, this is annoying because I would love to be able to just drag all these at once, but I got to do every single one. That's annoying. This game is sort of annoying in its feature set, unfortunately. And that, unfortunately, hurts it in the long run. All right. Now, this level I specifically want to do because I want to show you something specific about this one level. Really, this game, if you think about it for 1 second, nothing is going to be a problem. All right, so here is this portion. So the idea here is that I need to be able to get to this one at this point to get out of the level. But if I want these treasures, I need to be able to get to this. I need to use all these platforms in order to do it. And so that seems to be okay. How do I do that in the best of my abilities? All right, let's see. Let's take a look here. Well, I got this up arrow one. All right, there we go. So at least I got these over there at this point. Get those treasures. Now, I'm only actually going to do this one with me because you'll see why in a second. So, okay, I got these ones left. How do I get them all the way over there? Because, I mean, let's see. This one, okay, that one's good. But how do I get you? Because this would just go back and forth. I could try the up arrow, but that's all going to go all the way up there. No, here's the thing what you need to do. Let's do that. And we're going to move that one back there. See? So sometimes the solution is right in front of you and you just don't really realize it. Now you're probably wondering, well, what about this guy? Well, that's what he's there for. So, again, there is some thought process, and some of the puzzles are a little bit clever, and I'll give them that. But on a whole, it just, to me, it's way too simple. And especially for the price at $6.74, that seems like it's cheap, but, you know, for puzzle games that are now a dime a dozen on Steam, it really isn't. And honestly, it just doesn't hold up for me at this point, especially because it doesn't have any visual style elements that I find interesting. I mean, this looks like it was a game made in the maybe early 2000s, possibly, and unfortunately, the game does suffer because of that. I mean, sometimes a good graphical or a good art style really will bring a game out, but not in this case. Now, I wanted to do this because of this portion, but also this. Let's take a look at this here. Is there any reason for these 3 arrow platforms? Absolutely not. Yeah, okay, fine. I can do that, that, and that. But this one just goes back and forth. And really, these 3 arrows, even if these platforms were just solid and just right here, it would have done the same thing. there's no way you could have screwed that up. And I'm just sitting there wondering, like, why put those in there at this point? Just for the sake of it? It's just, again, why put that one in there? Sometimes that one makes sense because you may screw yourself up, but with those, there's absolutely no way to screw up. It's a level design decision that makes no sense whatsoever. So that is Jaques Roque, and really, this is what the game has to really to offer you at this point. I'll go and do another level to show you another set of levels here. The problem is that really it doesn't offer anything outside of that initial like introduction of the platform mechanics. Really, beyond that, it doesn't introduce anything new. And that's a real problem with the game because it gets boring rather quickly. Alright, let's see. I forget how I did this one. This is one of the ones I do remember that I actually had to think about a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, think about it a little bit. There we go. Once you get that 4-piece out there, things are usually looking good. Alright, let's do that. Get all the treasure. You don't even have to get all the treasure, and really, when it comes down to it, it's only a metal portion of it, and, you know, that's... Okay, great, you know, I got a medal, whoop-de-doo. I'm not that kind of, you know, person who's like, oh, hey, all the achievements, or, you know, everything else like that. And that's it. Honestly, Jaques Roque on any level doesn't stand out, and with all the puzzle games that you can get, especially cheap, and a game that really, to me, seems like it should be on the iOS or Android platform, this game just doesn't really deserve its price tag, in my opinion. There are some good puzzles in it, will challenge you, but again, puzzle games are a dime a dozen, and you really gotta find that unique aspect to you know, sort of stand out from the crowd, and this one just does not. Alright, so this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Just to keep in mind, if you did like this, you know, sort of look at the game, you know, like this video, subscribe. Also, you know, go to that Steam review. If you do agree with that review, you know, give it a yes or a no, depending on if you liked it or not. And I'll see you guys later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.